Thank you, Ben. The 18th annual Space and Missile Defense Symposium starts today in Huntsville. The overall theme is a big one: integrated air, space, and missile defense in 2025 and beyond. Well, the question, of course, how do you decide now what we ought to be doing 10 years from now? WHNT News 19 Steve Johnson is joining us now live from the Von Braun Center. And Steve, this is really hard, trying to figure out and anticipate what we're going to need.
Yes, it is, Michelle, and that's why there are so many things in development. And we're going to talk about that with a small business. There are huge businesses like Boeing here, and there are smaller industry partners, as they call them. This is CFDRC's booth. Joe Cosumano is the president of this company with 100 employees, been in Huntsville for more than 2 decades. I want you to say what CFDRC actually stands for.
Well, really it stands for Computational Fluid Dynamics, and this is high fidelity modeling. And
I can understand why you go by your initials, though.
Absolutely. It's really a mouthful, but it's using math models to explain what happens in the aerospace industry.
Okay, one of the things, you guys have several things in development. Now, this is a model, actually, and this is all about showing where a new kind of fuel for a steering rocket would go, and the fuel would go right there. What kind of fuel are we talking about?
Well, this is a unique fuel. Most of the time you have solid fuels in these divert and attitude control systems, but this is a gel fuel. So this would be a fuel that would be insensitive in comparison to solid rocket, and makes it safer on ships, for instance.
And it would have a good shelf life, so to speak.
It would have a good shelf life, and so these divert and attitude control systems are used in missiles at the end game as it tries to approach the target and intercept the target. Okay,
now this, and now of course I know what it is, but this is a scale model of a battery. Exactly. that is in development. This would look just like the battery size, and at the risk of doing a little advertising, you wanted to compare it to the size of this soft drink can.
I did, and the new battery, this thermal battery that we're working on for future missile systems, as you can see, is smaller and has 5 times the power of the old batteries that are there.
Which is the size of the soft drink can.
Allowing the missile to fly out and be controlled all through its flight.
Okay. Now we have something else. Now this is would you call this a missile engine? But this is in development.
Yes, it's a unique missile engine that combines the turbine engine with a solid rocket motor. We call it an ATR. Air turbine rocket motor. It gives you the dash speed of a solid rocket motor and the long flight endurance of a turbine engine.
Oh, okay.
And this would be used potentially for nano satellites, small satellite launches, for ordnance that is launched off of UAVs. That means unmanned vehicles.
And of course, and the theme of this is about what we're going to be doing 10 years from now and farther out to defend this nation.
Exactly.
Are these the kind of things that pretty much every industry partner at this event they're trying to think of, new things?
Right. We're partnering, for instance, with Raytheon. We're on a mentor-protege program where a large business like Raytheon helps us with innovations and then takes these innovations and applies them with their solutions of missiles and rockets.
Do you fully expect these things that you've got in development to actually be deployed at some point?
Well, we hope so. That's our business. We're a small business, women-owned, and we do innovative research like you see today.
All right, Joe, thank you a lot. Everything down here, Michelle, is like this. It's cutting edge. It's things where they're thinking about maybe what we can do in 10 years, and that this is what we're doing down here.